Okay, so this is like a slightly venting vlog, I guess. So, since the beginning of the year, um, I got a letter in the mail from my birth center, and I guess that because of all of the government changes and everything, my midwife won't be taking the. Okay, so I'll just say it. We are on the state insurance. Me and my son are. My husband has his own. The main reason why that me and my son are not on my husband's insurance because it's not great. If we were to both be on it, it'd be to $400 to $500 just for me and my son to be on my husband's. So otherwise, we would if it wasn't that much per month. And because of I have an existing condition, I mean I have like a low grade of asthma, um, and you have to put that on your application. Otherwise, they won't accept you if it's not if they look in your medical records or something like that and it's um, documented. But and the Obamacare or whatever, that's like $200 a month. If you guys have actually really looked into that, it's expensive, and we can't afford $200 a month. We can't for just me, myself, especially just for regular health care for going in every once in a while. Basically, all I need is like a regular doctor's checkup once a year just to get a new inhaler and to check on my lungs for asthma. That's all that I need. So, okay. So anyway, there's that. So this is why we are on the state insurance, and we try not to take advantage of that as much as we it's like we don't like to do it, but when you're pregnant you need insurance. And so yes, I am on the state insurance. Anyway, I was on the OHP open card because I was covered underneath my dad for any kind of like urgent type of stuff. So if I need to go in the emergency room, it's not going to be as much for me to pay everything out of pocket than with the insurance. So that's why we have the OHP open card. Well, with the OHP open card, you don't get as much benefits. Like for my postpartum stay for my birth center, I was only going to be allowed to stay for 6 hours afterwards, and they're pretty flexible and lenient. If there was nobody else there, they'd let me stay for longer, obviously. But now as far as I'm told, I'm supposed to be cut off at the beginning of the year. And so that was just like something he talked to me quite a few months ago. And I got a hold of him and I asked him again and I haven't gotten an answer back. And I called him today and I haven't gotten anything back yet. So I need to switch my insurance because my midwife doesn't take open card anymore. I am 33, almost 34 weeks pregnant. So I don't want to switch my midwife at all. And and if I really am not cut off of my dad's insurance, then I would have to stay on open card and find a different midwife. So basically, I am just going through a loop here because of this so-called fiscal cliff that hasn't happened, and really there's just like behind stuff that is happening that's really irritating. So basically, I'm going through a loop here trying to figure out what to do. And even if I was able to switch insurances, they won't let me have the specific one that I wanted. And then the other one, I can't have any of them anyway because my son is on a different plan. So I'd have to go on the same one as my son's, which I'm okay with, but my midwife doesn't take that one either. And so I asked him if I can change his with mine because he can get just about any doctor, and I can't get a private birth center midwife, through specific ones. So I'm just very frustrated, and it's very irritating, and like worst comes to worst, there is a hospital that's probably about the same amount of time away as the birth center from my home. It's in a smaller town, and it's a real hospital, and they actually do water births there, and it's very small. It's a very small hospital compared to the hospital here because we live in a larger city, and I just don't want to go to the same one because there's a lot of things that happened to me that I did not like, and I want to be able to move freely and not always constantly have, which I'll probably end up having a monitor strapped to me the entire time anyway over at this other hospital. so I'm just really frustrated, and I gave people all the information that I know. They're going to double check to make sure that I have been cut off of my dad's insurance, and so they're trying to figure that out, and they're investigating that, which is so dumb. I can't get a hold of my caseworker. I tried calling her, leaving her 3 messages, and now she's not in the office today. Go figure, right? And I did this message thing, having her try to get back to me, and I gave it to her on January 2nd. Today is the 7th, 8th, and I haven't gotten a call back. So I had to switch my midwife appointment anyway, because if I were to go in there and still have the open card, I would have to pay out of pocket. And my husband and I do not have out of pocket, you know, $75 or whatever it is. Yeah. So birthing at a birth center still isn't as expensive as birthing at a hospital if you were to pay out of pocket. However, my husband and I don't have the finances whatsoever to pay the birth center in full right away at all. It'd just be too hard. And plus we have debt from the car, and we have debt from on our credit cards from just having to pay for stuff. And so, I mean, we're not like in a financial struggle. We're happy where we're at. I'm just not happy what's happening right now, because it's all just like, I'm in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. I only have about 1.5 to 2 months left of being pregnant before I have this baby, and all this stuff happens, and it is so frustrating. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, we have a last resort, and it's not like I'm gonna, you know, not be taken care of. I'm just not gonna be taken care of the way that I want to be. And so it just really sucks to have your high hopes for a specific birth, especially since you've known your midwife since day 1, and then you all of a sudden get to 34 weeks pregnant. You got 6 to 8 weeks left, and oh, you gotta change your midwife because your insurance doesn't cover her anymore. So yes, it's lovely that that the government has made all these changes, and yeah, it's just ridiculous. I would have to pay $85 or $60. Yeah. So we need to choose to either transfer to a facility that will be covered or pay our fees out of pocket. And we are not able to cover our fees out of pocket like that. So, and it would be more money if we were to make a payment plan, obviously, because it would be kind of like an interest type thing. They don't really do an interest type plan with theirs, but it would be like an extra $1,000 to do like a payment plan. If we were to pay everything up front, and if we were planning on pay up front, then we probably would have had quite a bit of money saved up by then, hopefully. But yeah, it's just so, I'm just done. I've done all that I could on my end. I'm just basically waiting for calls back from people. I called my dad to ask him again, because he never gave me like a straight answer. That I really was cut off of his insurance, which I'm okay with being cut off of his, because then I can get full coverage from the OHP with a different one. But then I have to go through the huge mess of switching Josiah's with mine, or finding a different midwife anyway. So there's a very high chance, very high possibility, more than 50% that I will be getting a different midwife, which is really sad. So I don't know. Have you guys ever had this issue where you had to switch midwives like near the end of your pregnancy? And how did you go about that? Like, seriously, I mean, that's scary. I don't want to go to somebody who barely knows my body and knows me and hasn't been able to, only has a few weeks to get to know me and my baby, you know? And it's like, it's just crazy. And I'm just really bummed all this is happening now, and that it couldn't wait until after I had my kid or something. So that's what's been going on. I just needed to vent to you guys and ask you guys, like, how'd you guys go about it? Did you guys have this thing happen to you where you had to get a different midwife near the end or what. So anyway, prayers are much appreciated if you guys are the praying type. I'm open to those. Just wanted to let you know what was going on, and so I just kind of found out about this at the, you know, first of the year or so. So yeah, it's just a lot going on at once. I'm sorry about not making any videos or anything, but I mean, when you got this kind of stuff going on, you just, you know, making videos is like you're on the last of your to-do list, and baby showers going on and everything. So I mean, friends and family and taking care of mine and my baby's health is more important than making videos. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you all for watching and listening to me vent and complain about our stupid lovely government system. Because I'm pretty sure if I were to go to any other place, and that I wouldn't have as much trouble, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know about that either, but it feels like the grass would be greening on the other side, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.